Hello everyone. Welcome you all on our online lecture series on element of machine design. This is our next lecture on element of machine design. In this lecture, we are going to discuss stress concentration point. This is important point in exam point of view also and in daily life point of view also, because in every department, whether it is a design or manufacturing or quality control, the stress concentration point is important one. For that purpose, you have to understand the main concept behind stress concentration, what it is actually. And in this lecture, we will discuss what is meant by stress concentration factor, and some methods to eliminate or to reduce the stress concentration. Okay, for that purpose, we will take example also, because by using some example, it is going to easy for understand. Okay. In last lecture, we have covered some numericals based on stress strain, and before of that, we were covered factor of safety also. Now, to understand the stress of concentration, we will take one example here. Consider this is a metal rod and it is having some thickness. When we apply external pressure at its end in a pull direction at both the end, that time, due to that load, some stresses are going to produce inside the material, and that stresses are tensile stresses, because the force is in pull direction. Okay, that is tensile force. And when we apply that force, that time these stresses are evenly distributed throughout the plane or throughout the section. That means when it is a continuous section or it is a continuous material, its load carrying capacity or stress distribution throughout the plane is more. When if we produce some hole or we disturb this continuous plane into a different section, that time the stress concentration is going to change, and that we are going to discuss in practically. Now for that purpose, what we are going to do now, we are going to apply some pressure on its end. When we apply pressure, it is not going to break. If we apply more pressure, then it is obviously going to break, but we don't know where it is going to break now. If the weaker portion is starting from here, that time obviously it is tear from this point towards this point, but till now we don't know whether it is going to break at this point or at center point or end point. Okay, why it is so? Because when we apply load, that time, due to that load, the stresses which are going to produce inside the material are evenly distributed throughout the section. But now we are going to produce one hole inside the material, or some changes in a dimension or abrupt changes we are going to manufacture in that plane. Now this is same material with same thickness, but we are going to produce one hole inside the material. Now what is going to happen when we apply load? That time the material is not able to sustain the load which we have applied at its in previous example. Now you can see here, when we apply external pressure at its end, same pressure or minimum pressure as we have already applied in previous example one, when the hole is not there, that time what is going to happen now? It is going to break into two parts. Where it is going to break? At its center point. Why it is so? Because of stress concentration or conjunction point. Now the main point is that when we apply minimum pressure as compared to previous one, even though the material is going to break easily or fastly, because inside the material when we produce hole, that time the stress concentration line, which is straight one up to here, it is not going to pass from the circle, and it has to move around that circle, and due to that the conjunction point is created somewhere, and at that point material is going to break. Now this point we are going to discuss in more detail, and we have to write this concept in examination also, and we will look into that what we have to write in examination and which are the figure we have to draw in examination also. Now what does stress concentration means? It is a location in a machine component where the stress is concentrated. The stress line where they are concentrated somewhere, that location of machine or the component, it is called the stress concentration one. And a component is, this one is a important point, a component is stronger when force is evenly distributed over its cross section area. So a reduction in area results in a localized increase in stresses. When the area is continuous one, that time the stress distribution is even throughout the cross section and material can withstand the load. But if the material is not even one, that time the stress are not evenly distributed throughout the section, it is going to localize somewhere, and at that point the material is going to break. Now we will see the diagram of stress concentration. Consider this is a metal plate, and the red line are indicating stress when the external force is applied at its end. The tensile, now you have to consider here the tensile force is applied at its both end in pull direction, and due to that force the stresses are going to produce inside the material, and which are representing in the red line. That stresses are evenly distributed throughout the section. Therefore that material is going to capable that load in this example. But in every machine we are not going to use same plate, we have to manufacture that plate in our as per our design constraint. So we will have the second example here. In this plate what we are going to do, we have manufacture the plate, this plate as a this one, and here you can see that the shape of material is going to change abruptly when it is a longer section. But now here we cut this section into this form, and due to that abrupt change in section, the stress concentration line is not continuous one, it is not going to pass throughout the section, it has to move along this line. Here we use a filleted section or a curve section, you can see here. Due to that the stress concentration line is a smooth one, but instead of that section, consider when we manufacture that in the way as shown in figure here, the figure what we are going to manufacture. If we manufacture that this component into this instead of the plate, what is going to happen? The stress concentration line, when it is going to start from this point, it cannot pass from this section, because here the metal is not available or the section is not available, it is going to cut. At this section, the important point is here the stress concentration line is changing its way suddenly, and due to that, when other lines are also marked, that time a conjunction point is created here, and due to that point localized increase in stresses are produced at that point. And when we apply load at its end, material is going to break here, the chances of material is going to increase. To reduce that phenomena, we use a filleted section, you can see here, and due to that fillet section, the stress concentration line is smoothly passed throughout. Now, after this stress concentration point, which is going to occur inside this plate, there are different reasons also or causes also for stress concentration. The abrupt change in cross section, then next one is poor surface finish, localized loading, variation in the material property. These are also some parameters by which stress concentration is going to increase at somewhere. It is not only because of the abrupt change, it is due to poor surface finish also, localized loading also, and variation in the property of material also. And we have to reduce the stress concentration point, and for that purpose we have some remedies to reduce stress concentration, and these remedies are very important one, because in examination you have two questions uh, on same point. First one is explain stress concentration. In that case you have to explain the concept of stress concentration and causes of stress concentration if it is asked for 4 marks, and if it is asked for 6 marks, that time is for reducing the stress concentration. Now we will see some remedies used for reducing the stress concentration. Here the first example is tie rod with a hole. This is a rod, and inside of that rod we produce one hole. You can see around of that hole the stress concentration line is marked, and that line is indicating that it is not a continuous one and changing its sign suddenly or changing its shape suddenly, and due to that change of shape the material is going to break at its center point, as we have discussed in our example also. When we apply the pressure on paper, that time the paper is going to break from center point. Why it is so? Because when we mark the stress concentration line, the stress concentration line, it is not a single one, it is at different section also, and it is going to pass from upper section as well as lower section. And you can see here at this point and at this point the stress concentration point are circular path. Here you can see in this geometry, so we called this part as a poor and this part as a good. Then we have next example of threaded component. In this threaded component we have three figures. You can see that in first figure the stress line is changing its shape at this portion, because V notch is producing at that side when the thread is going to produce or end of the thread. But in second example, here you can see that the line, it is a continuous one as compared to the previous example, because we manufacture that component in this way. A slot is going to created before of starting the threads, and due to that the stress concentration is line is marked in a smooth way. And in third example, it is preferred one, and where the stress concentration line, it is a straight one, and which example is a preferred one, before of that it is a good one, and first case it is not preferred or the poor stress concentration. Then the last example which we have, that the cylindrical component, and we have already seen the figure in first example. In this case, the line which you can see here of stress concentration are not continuous one. The sudden change in shape is manufactured at this plane, and due to sudden changes or manufactured section, the stress is not evenly distributed throughout the section, and so we call it as a poor one. In second example, you can see that one filleted section is there, and due to that filleted section, the stress concentration line is not going to change suddenly at this area. It is smooth one because of filleted section, and this is a good object for stress concentration. And the last example is when we manufacture that component in this way. Here we produce or manufacture a taper section instead of cutting in a straight way or a filleted way. The stress concentration line, it is a smoother one as compared to other example. So in this way we can reduce the stress concentration. After that we have the stress concentration factor. It is represented as Kt, and we have to find it by using the maximum stress and minimum stress point. And which is maximum stress and which is minimum stress, we are going to now discuss by using one figure. Now to identify or to find the stress concentration factor, we use one rectangular plate. Here you can see that this is a rectangular plate, and we are going to apply force at its end, and which is we are not going to show here, but assume that the force is applied at the end. This is our first case. In second case, we manufactured one hole inside the material, and when we cut that material or by applying external pressure, the material is going to break in this direction. That time we have one part of that material as a, you can see here, this one is a one part when it is going to break. Now the important point is that when we apply external pressure, that time the stresses are going to produce inside the material or throughout the section, and when we consider this plane only, that time the stresses which are going to present here or produce here are maximum, and the stresses which are going to produce in this plane which are minimum, because here in this section up to the diameter no more stresses are going to produce, so that we have to use only this section and this section, and the stress is a minimum one. And when we use the ratio of these two quantity, that time it is known as KT, that is stress concentration factor. In this way you can write stress concentration factor also. Now in next lecture we are going to discuss concept of creep strain and creep curve, which is also one interesting point as a mechanical engineer. So we will discuss that point in next lecture. If you have any doubt in this in stress concentration or about the stress concentration, we will solve all your doubts, your queries in our Google meeting. Thank you.